So you want to create this loop noise node. It will loop automatically after the number of frames you will set here. If you want it to loop after 50, you can set this to and at 50, and you will see it will loop after 50 frames. You can also adjust the speed and the scale and detail and seed. It's all done procedurally. So let's get into it. For the demonstration, I will be using a plane, which I will subdivide many times so we can see the noise clearly. So now the new node group, and let's set this up. Grab set position node, put it here, and into the offset, combine X, Y, Z. We will only want to affect the noise on the Z axis. So we will add noise texture and add a factor to the Z axis. Now already we have something going on. And the basic idea behind this I got from Daki's video about his techniques of loop noise. It's basically the same idea of taking two noise textures and blending them with mix node after some time. So from one texture it will become the other texture at the end of the animation you will set here. But I will make it fully procedural, so we can change the speed of the noise and by how many frames it will loop. So we will add scene time, so we can access the animation. We will put this really far away so it will not distract. Now, if we just grab the seconds into the factor, set both to 40, maybe set one of the noise textures different seed. We will see after 1 second we have here frame rate 50. After 1 second it will change from one to another by 1 second, we see here in the factor. To loop all of it, we will use math node, which we will set to module, and the module value will be the number of frames we want to loop. So I will grab value node, plug it in, and let's say 20, 25, and instead of seconds we will use frames. So after every 25 frames you see it will snap from one texture to another and back. Another 25 here. But because this factor only takes 0 to 1, we will have to use map range node, which we will set from number 0, it's the frame 0, to the frame, we will rename this, to from max, the looped frames number, the number of frames we want to loop, and the to min and max we will leave how it is. We will set this to smoother step, so it will not jump at the end of the loop. So how we get it to loop smoothly? We will need to understand how it works. We will take this noise, we will animate the seed from one number to another. Let's say the first one will be from 0 to 5, okay? And through the number we set here, let's say 50 frames here, through the 50 frames it will go from 1 to 5. And the second one we will set to go from -5 to 0. What we will do is with this mix node we are blending the first noise throughout the time of 50 frames, or the number you set here, from one noise to another. So in the beginning is the 0 seed of the first noise, and the end of the loop is the 0 of the second one. So at the end of the loop and at the beginning of the loop it will have the same seed. so it will loop seamlessly. Let's do it right now. We will take this, push it back a bit. Now we will duplicate map range node 2 times, duplicate the value, rename it to speed. It will be the value, the 5 and the -5 value as I was drawing before. Let's now set it to 5, and we said the first one will be from 0 to 5, so we set it from min, which will be the 0, and from max, the max will be the number of frames we are looping, and to minimum, which will be 0 still, and the max will be the 5, okay? And we will connect it to the W of the first one. The second one will be the -5 to 0, so we can connect this to the noise. And now it will be from minimum 0, and from max it will be again the number of the looped frames, and now we will get to the -5. So it will get from -5 to 0. So let's set the max to 0, and -5 we will just simply do this by multiplying it by -1 minus 1. So it will be -5. Okay, and now into the value we will connect the module of the 50 frames and the scene time. So value here and value here. This will be set to linear. And now you can see we've got a loop noise. This is basically it, but we will just tidy it up a bit so we can use the node. We will group all of this and connect all these into the input. If you press N, you can navigate here to the group input and rewrite it loop frames number. Okay, it will be integer and default, let's say 50. Then the speed, default will be 1. Now we can also just need to connect the scale, both scales into one socket, so it won't mess up. We will treat these two as two same noise textures. Okay, and also the detail, just reroute this. You can do this also with the distortion and roughness. I will not do it. If we want to add seed, we just simply add value to the W to the seed of both of these noise textures. So we grab math node and add a value. We will rename it with the seed and do the same. Let's tidy this up a bit. Let's do the same, add this value. Now we can see, if we play it back, you will see it loops. And if you want it to loop by 10 frames, it will loop by 10 frames. If you want it to end at 79, the animation will loop it by 79 frames. It will also loop. If you want to change the seed, you can. The detail, the scale, you know. So this is it. Thank you guys for watching. This is my first YouTube tutorial, so please like and subscribe. It will help me very much. You can check the description. You can follow me on Instagram, check my Blendermarket. And okay, see you in the next one.